But before we get stuck in, we've debated digital ID, haven't we, on this programme together? Many of you have told me your thoughts. You're not up for it. Well, I've got some bad news for you because it looks like it is more than likely set to happen. Christopher Herp, our political editor, I can go live to him now. Good evening to you, Christopher. Bring us up to speed.
That's right. I'm afraid for those who don't like it, it's coming. Probably announced as soon as tomorrow by the Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer. There'll be legislation requiring all adults, all of us over the age of 18, to hold a digital ID that can be checked by officials against a central database when we try and get work or other reason. Again, when you're being checked for your ID will become a crucial debate being debated in Parliament in coming months and years. It'll be used to track down illegal workers. The PM was sceptical, but Shabana Mahmood is keen. She's the new Home Secretary. It's being led, though, by the Science Department, which is interesting, and Number 10, which is very interesting. The view from the government, it seems, is that the number of ID cards you need, ID documents, maybe it's the passport, maybe it's the driving licence, they can be faked at the moment. There's concerns that allows people who arrive here illegally to slip into our black economy and work illegally. This whole idea was originally dreamt up by the Blair government back in the late 2000s, then scrapped by the Conservative and Lib Dem coalition on civil liberties grounds. I'm not surprised. If you look at the detail here, the feeling the critics might say it's punishing all of us for a failure by this government to deal with the issue of illegal working and those numbers in their thousands crossing our southern border by a small boat. We're all going to have it. Concerns immediately by old people, pensioners. There are around 2.1 to 2.4 million people over the age of 65 who don't use the internet. 4 million lack the skills to use the internet efficiently. How will they cope with a digital ID card? Where will they get it? How can they have it? Have they got a smartphone? If not, how can you have a card? How will it work? There's Big Brother concerns for you. We're being watched by the state increasingly. Where will this end? A huge, interesting battle is about to start. In the past few moments, I've been sent the response of Kevin Badenoch, who's the Tory leader. I should say it's interesting. She is not against this idea. She says this is an announcement, a desperate gimmick, and it will do nothing to stop the boats. She says there are arguments for and against digital ID, but mandating its use will be a very serious step that requires a proper national debate. Instead, it's a throwaway conference announcement designed to attract attention away from the concerns the government's got with Andy Burnham and Morgan McSweeney, the government's chief of staff. And again, they're struggling to enforce their one-in, one-out scheme, and that's why they're bringing this in. They say here only the Tories would have a plan to end the abuse, enforce the law and put British interests first by disapplying the Human Rights Act for and deporting anyone who arrives in our country illegally. So fascinating there that the Tory leader, as things stand, is not against digital ID cards, because back in the day the Lib Dems were against it and the Tories were, and that's why the idea collapsed in 2010.